Hello, my name is Sydney Meyer. I am your lead trainer with Mind and Move Academy. And today I am sharing my yoga journey and what brought me to becoming a yoga teacher. So I grew up doing gymnastics for about 8 years before I moved into dance, which I also did for about 8 years. When I was dancing, I really thought that that was what I wanted to do in my future. In high school, when you would do those career courses of the test that gets you to see what would be the best fit for a career for you to go down. And I'd always get my number one answer to be a dance choreographer. And I'd be at home every week watching So You Think You Can Dance with that dream of wanting to be a choreographer on So You Think You Can Dance. As I got to the end of high school, I started going to what I thought at the time was yoga classes. Later, I found out very much so that they were fitness classes, hidden with a little bit of yoga in them. And I was doing these classes, I loved them so much. And I always wanted to teach dance, so it felt like such a fit to now want to teach yoga and these exciting fitness classes that felt like a challenge and felt like something I could really dedicate my time to and focus on. So, what I did is I got home, went on my computer, and I typed in yoga teacher training in Bali. Because after high school, I wanted to do some traveling. So I thought, why not put the two together? And my plan was when I came back, I could go to university while teaching yoga on the side. When I searched it, the first couple of programs, I think three of them I looked at, and I just compared the schedule. At the time, I wasn't in the yoga industry at all. I really knew nothing about it. I just clicked on these first ones I saw and I thought, hey, you know what? That one looks like the best schedule. Let's do that one. And within a couple months, I flew to Bali. I was there for about 5 weeks to do my full 200-hour yoga teacher training program. Little did I know that what I expected was not what I got. It was, of course, even better than I could have ever imagined. But all of that fitness stuff that I was experiencing in the classes, I didn't learn, any of that. I was going into the full roots of yoga, which I am so glad that I did. I'm so grateful that fitness brought me to yoga. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I know sometimes in the community there can be a bit of a maybe miscommunication or indifference between the thoughts of combining fitness and yoga. But for me, doing that brought me to the yoga pathway. So I'm very grateful for that. I meditated every day for the 30 days of the program, and I just fell in love with yoga and what it truly means. When I got back from my training, I was talking to my mom, and she goes, do you think teacher training is something that you would ever do? I'm starting this career pathway, and she's wondering where it could progress to. And I said, there is absolutely no way that I could ever do teacher training. Because in that moment, after finishing my 200-hour, I thought, there are just so many pathways of yoga. How could I ever fulfill that position of a guru, of a teacher that could share all of this passion and teachings of yoga? I felt like that gap between where I was and what a teacher trainer would have, I felt like that was impossible. And little did I know that 10 years later, after taking course after course, reading book after book, and teaching class after class, that here I am today, now offering teacher training. It has come full circle. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love to do. I think that many people can find yoga in different ways. There isn't just this one route that you have to go down to fall into a yoga teacher training. Still today, you hear the phrase, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible enough. Or maybe we move past that and we say, well, I couldn't teach yoga, I'm not in shape, or I couldn't do some of these poses. But once you dive into what yoga really has to offer, all of the deep meaning behind it, you'll find that anyone can become a yoga teacher. And a lot of people actually take their yoga teacher training program without having the desire to teach at the end. It's something that you could take just for yourself. And maybe I'm a bit biased, but I would say that everyone should get their yoga teacher training because it's something that just motivates and inspires you to want to grow and live out your greatest potential, whatever the pathway is, if it's teaching yoga to others or just practicing it in different ways yourself. So that is my yoga journey of what got me here. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below.